Hello everyone and welcome to our review. Today we are going to review systems of equations by elimination. I am going to do this problem over here and I'm going to do example 3. So if you need to, go ahead and copy these two problems and then let's get started. Alright, so this first problem is 2x minus 4y equals to 24 and 5x plus 5y, negative 5x plus 5y is negative 25. We need to keep in mind that when we want to use elimination, what we need are opposite coefficients. If you take a look at our x variables, we do not have opposite coefficients, and if you take a look at our y variables, we also do not have opposite coefficients. So we're going to have to make them ourselves. To do that, I like to use what we call our crisscross method. So all we're going to do is take that number on the bottom, which is a 5, and multiply it on top. And the number that was on top, which is a 2, we're going to multiply the bottom with. So one more time, let me show you. You see how the top has a 2? We're going to bring that down. And you see how the bottom has a negative 5? We're going to bring the 5 up. We'll talk about the negative in just a second, okay? So 2 on the bottom, 5 on top. Now, we need opposite coefficients. So when we're doing the crisscross multiplying, it's going to give us the same number. And opposite just means one has to be positive and one has to be negative. Take a look at our numbers right now. I have a positive 2. And a negative 5. So they're already opposite in sign. So I don't need to multiply one of them by a negative number. Once we have our numbers, let's go ahead and distribute. So 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times negative 4y is negative 20y. And 5 times 24 is 120. Let's do the same with the bottom. 2 times negative 5x is negative 10x. 2 times 5y is positive 10y. And then 2 times negative 25 is negative 50. Here's our checkpoint. I love checkpoints. Checkpoint. We have to have opposite coefficients. If you do not have opposite coefficients, you did something wrong. Go ahead, go back and see if you can find where you messed up. Once you have that, let's add our two equations together. 10x and negative 10x will cancel each other out. Negative 20y plus 10y gives us negative 10y equals 120 plus negative 50 gives us 70. Now, very simply, to solve for y, let's divide by negative 10 on both sides, and we get y equals to negative 7. This is a system of equations, so we are not done. We must go back and plug in to solve for our other variable, in this case x. Choose the equation that looks easier for you. I'm going to choose the first equation because the second equation has a negative 5 and a negative 25, so I don't really want to use that one. But you can. 2x minus 4y equals to 24. We know what y is, so I'm going to be replacing y with what I got. 2x minus 4 instead of y, let's put parentheses. And for y, we had gotten negative 7. So let's plug in a negative 7. All right, 2x, negative 4 times negative 7 is positive 28 equals to 24. Minus 28 from both sides. This is now a two-step equation. 2x is equal to 24 plus negative 28 is negative 4. Divide by 2 on both sides. X is equal to negative 2. Do not leave your final answer like this. We did all this work. So let's rewrite, and we want our final answer to be in coordinate form, which means the point are x and our y. X was negative 2, y is negative 7. That is our final answer. When you're ready, let's take a look at example 3. I would go ahead and copy this problem. Try to do it by yourself. My suggestion is maybe step by step, pause it, and then see if you're on the same step as me and see which step you're really struggling with, okay? Because this is a lot to do over and over again. However, if you can find the step that you struggle with the most and just focus on that step, that'll make you so much better at these problems. Okay, again, step 1. Let's see, -5 and -2, those are not opposite coefficients, and -7 and +5, those are not opposite coefficients. We're gonna have to make them ourselves. So again, I'm gonna just take the number, 2 on top and 5 on the bottom, okay? However, take a look at the signs of our x's. They are both negative, so I do need one of them to become positive. To do that, you're gonna make only one of them negative. Doesn't matter which one. I'm gonna take the top one and make that negative. You could have also made the 5 on the bottom negative. I just need them to be opposite because they're the same right now. All right, so let's go ahead and distribute. -2 times -5x is positive 10x. -2 times -7y is positive 14y. -2 times positive 15 is -30. Let's distribute onto the bottom. 5 times -2 is -10x. 5 times positive 5 is positive 25y. And 5 times 6 is equal to 30. Here's my checkpoint. Checkpoint, do I have opposite coefficients? I do. My x's are opposite. I have one positive 10, one negative 10, which means I can now add. Add these two together, our x's will cancel out. I end up getting, not 29, 39y is equal to -30, and 30 also cancel out. That gives us 0. We are now one step away from solving for y. Divide by 39 on both sides. And you get y is equal to 0. Okay, that was not a trick question. 0 is an actual number. I need us to get used to that. All right, this was a system, so we are not done. Let's take a look at our two equations. For me, the second equation looks a little bit easier to use because I only have one negative. It is a huge suggestion I have for you guys as well because I find that we usually mess up when we deal with too many negatives. All right, this time I know what my y is, so I'm gonna plug in for my y. Y was equal to 0. Let's go ahead and multiply that. -2x plus 5 times 0 is 0 equals to 6. Since it's 0, I don't need to write it. -2x is equal to 6. To solve for x, divide by -2 on both sides. X is equal to -3. One last time, do not leave your final answer like that. Remember, your final answer should be written as a coordinate pair with the x coming first. X was -3 and y is 0. If you need to, I will go ahead and try to practice these other ones as well. Otherwise, if you have questions, bring them to class, come to tutoring, leave a comment, send me an email, post on Google Classroom. Okay, you know the deal. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And have a good day. Bye.